Hello, Patriots. I'm Lee Watts, and this is a special election edition of Patriot Point. Every week, I bring you the news from a conservative, Christian, and common sense point of view. Well, I'm happy to tell you we've got some great candidates running for office who hold to these same conservative, Christian, constitutional principles. I want to introduce them to you in this week's episode. And even if they don't live in your counties, you can still help support them either with a donation or maybe calling a few people who live in the district, because when they cast a vote, it doesn't just affect their counties. Their votes will affect our entire state. And as Mr. T used to say,
I pity the fool.
Yes, I pity the fool who doesn't vote or support these people. These are people that I call the A-team of candidates running in Kentucky right now. We have other great candidates. I can't talk about them all. We'll hit some later, but these are the ones this week. First of all, Mr. Tony Wheatley. He is going to represent the 55th House District if he wins this race. That is Washington County, Mercer County, and part of Jessamine County. Let me tell you why he is on the A team. This guy, Mr. Tony Wheatley, founded Constitutional Kentucky, a wonderful, patriotic, conservative organization saying we need to put the Constitution back into Kentucky's schools, back into Kentucky's courts, back into the hands of the people to equip them when anything unconstitutional happens, such as all the things that Andy Beshear does on nearly a daily basis. So a great patriot, a great conservative, knows the Constitution backwards and forwards, one of the great constitutional scholars in our state right now. That is Mr. Tony Wheatley. I hope you will check him out. Let's talk about who else is on the A team. And again,
I pity the fool.
I pity the fool that doesn't vote for Mr. Jacob Clark in this district. He is in the 18th House District, which is all of Grayson County and part of Hardin County. And Mr. Clark here, great patriot, has been working for conservative causes for years. He is also a preacher of the gospel of Jesus Christ. And as a fellow preacher, I really like the stand that he has taken, where you're not supposed to separate your faith from your politics. That is not in the Bible, and it's not in the Constitution. It was a group of preachers who stood up during the Revolutionary War called the Black Robed Regiment that really started the fires of revolution and helped to fan them. And we've got another one like that running for office right now, Mr. Jacob Clark in the 18th District. Let's look at the third member of the A team, and that is Mr. Andrew Cooperrider. I was talking to him earlier today. I said, I'm going to do this A team thing. I'm going to put you on it. He's like, can I be face? You know, Dirk, the guy who played the handsome guy in the show. I said, I don't know about that, but I
pity the fool.
Yes, I pity the fool that doesn't vote for Mr. Andrew Cooperrider. Let me tell you why he is a member of the conservative, constitutional, Christian A team. This is the guy who owns the coffee shop called Brood. Now, you may have heard about that 2 years ago when Andy Beshear said he's going to declare all of these small businesses have to close. Didn't care. That's how people actually make their living. And even if people can choose to go to a store or they could choose to stay home, he's taken away their rights. Well, Mr. Andrew Cooperrider, he said, no, this is my right. And he took Andy Beshear to court, one of only a handful of people in the state who did that. And here's the thing. He won the court case. Yes, the court said, Andy Beshear, you don't have the right to shut these businesses down. And this guy stayed open. And after that happened, I don't know why small business owners all across the state didn't start doing the exact same thing. He was on the front lines fighting against all of these Beshear-Biden mandates. He is a true champion of liberty, one of my personal heroes in that particular fight, Mr. Andrew Cooperrider. He is running for the 22nd Senate District here in Kentucky, and that includes Fayette County, Garrett County, and Jessamine County. So if you live any of those, again, even if you don't live in those, you can still help donate some money, some time, some effort, spread word about this member of the A team. Our fourth and final member of the A-Team this week is a lady, Miss Candy Macaroni. She will represent the 50th House District if she wins her race, which I hope she does. That encompasses all of Nelson County, where Bardstown and the surrounding communities are at. Let me tell you why I like Miss Macaroni. She, like myself, is a veteran of the United States Air Force. Aim high, best slogan the Air Force ever had. They shouldn't have got rid of that. So not only is she prior military, she actually got discharged from the military because of a reaction she had to one of the mandatory vaccines that they injected in her. Caused her to be medically discharged. Even though she wanted to stay, it messed her up. And so she's like, I'm going to fight against these mandates. You should have the right to control what gets injected into your body. The government should not have the final say. Your employer should not have the final say. She is a great champion for liberty, a military veteran, a great lady, great Christian lady. I was talking to her earlier today, and she says that she's been out knocking on doors, telling people about where she stands and about how her faith has caused her to do this as well. She's been able to lead multiple people to the Lord just by knocking on doors for a campaign. That tells me that God's behind that. Going to have some eternal rewards for what's going on. So these are 4 members of what I consider the A-Team. And of course, we do have one other person who is running for office, and that is me. Yes, I'm running for office. Those other people are running for office up there in Frankfurt. I'm running for office in Washington, D.C., United States Congress, the House of Representatives. I have the 2nd Congressional District, and here is a picture of the map, the different counties that comprise the 2nd District. And I'm running against a guy who has been in political office since the 1990s. What do you think about a politician who's been in office since the 90s? I think it stinks. Yes, we're not supposed to have a government of lifelong politicians. It's supposed to be a government of the people, by the people, not of career politicians. I'm pro-God, I'm pro-life, I'm pro-gun, and those are some of the things that separate me from our current congressman. I don't want to mention names, but it rhymes with Brett Guthrie, because not only has been in office since the 90s, back in September of last year, he voted for a bill to take guns away from veterans, and then has the audacity to say he's pro-gun. Then last month, he voted for a bill for a $1.5 trillion with a T, $trillion omnibus spending bill that go ahead and funds Biden's vaccine mandates. Another reason I'm running against this guy. So if you would like to help myself or any of these other candidates, now is the time. We're down to about 30 days before the election on May the 17th. And I know these other 4 people and myself, we're putting our money where our mouth is, investing a lot of our time, our money, and our effort. And I hope that you'll say, listen, I think the cause of liberty is important enough that you're going to help out. And you can help out, I'm going to tell you 3 or 4 different ways. First of all, we've all got a website. You can go on there and you can donate some money. It takes money to buy ads, and right now we need to buy some ads. My website is leewattskentucky.com. You can also donate some of your time. Every one of these candidates, including myself, if you were to get on our website, you'll see there's an email. Send us an email and say, hey, I can maybe call people who are registered voters in your area. We'll give you the list of voters. We'll say, hey, call them, let them know about us, and to ask them to vote for us. Tell them where we stand on some of the issues. Also, I have more than 40,000 of these here. This is a door hanger, and it tells you all about me on the front. It tells you the differences between me and my opponent on the back. And if we can pass out, I've got more than 40,000. If we can pass that out to 40,000 plus people in the district, we just won this election. Anybody's got 40,000 plus votes is going to be the next congressman. So you can help with a gift of money. You can help by calling. You can help by passing out flyers. Tons of different ways. And the last thing you can do is go on any of these people's Facebook page and find a post that they have made. Share that post on your social media. Put a post about them on your account and direct people to vote for these A-team members. Because
I pity the fool.
I pity the fool who wants to stand up for conservative causes and doesn't actually do anything about it. You are the type of person who watches Patriot Point, somebody who is active and involved in wanting to call our country back to conservative Christian constitutional principles, and I hope that you'll share this episode and the other ones of Patriot Point with your other concerned Patriot friends who want to stand up and take our country back from these liberals and fake Republicans who are running it into the ground. It's time that we, the people, and the true Republicans take our country back. Well, that's about all the time we're going to take for this week. So until next week, I'm Lee Watts for Patriot Point, reminding you that liberty is not a spectator sport.
I pity the fool.